All right. So, as hopefully some of you actually, I don't know if I ever announced this or not. Yeah, I'm a bad host. Sorry about that. So the Spikecraft August challenge is to build a treehouse, which seems like it's going to be pretty easy and straightforward until you actually start thinking, what is a treehouse? And well, we're about to find out. This little island coming up over here on your right is where I'm going to build mine. Just happens to be really close to my guardian farm, so hopefully I'll be able to, enjoy the fruits of my labors. Oh, get out. Thank you. No, come back. All right, anyways. So we're going to build right here on this island. But I am going to replace a lot of this with dirt, mainly because I want to grow some trees on their own. Not, to mention the tons of wood I've already accumulated and how I'm going to use that, but so I'm going to build probably an entrance over on this side, but I think a lot of this island is going to be overcome with trees. So let me get some foundations built and we'll come back and take another look. Okay, so as you can see, just kind of drawn out the sides with the dark oak logs. However, I think I'm going to have to reevaluate how I want to do the sides because it looks way too blocky right now. And I plan on putting a little bit of bump and texture on the outside, but right now it looks way too just rectangle. So I'm going to go take another stab at this and we'll take a look here in just a minute. Okay, so as you can see, we have made a couple little improvements on the general structure. I'm still very much actively working on this, but the tree is starting to shape itself out. So in some of these branches that look like they come out and then just go straight up, I'm going to send those out a little more off onto their respective sides, and then going to maybe put another couple branches coming out of the middle, and then put a whole bunch of leaves everywhere and kind of call it a day, because I really need to start getting work on the house aspect, because I don't have a lot of time for that. Everything's coming due. So just to take a look on the inside real quick. Yeah, you can see where we haven't done a whole lot in here, but I'm going to put some kind of nice flooring in. Probably going to turn this into the kind of tongue-in-cheek treehouse part, and then on the outside have an actual functional treehouse, because of reasons. But all right, let me figure out how I'm going to get way up there to kind of fix these limbs coming off, because I want them to be a little more tree-like, because right now they look kind of weird. But and as you can see, this is my turtle army. I love them. They're my friends. Wasn't real smart putting them right over the guardian farm, but sometimes you do things out of love. All right, let me get back to work, and I'll be back with you here in just a minute. Okay, so weather aside, you can probably see that I've made a little bit of progress. I've gotten most of the tree in place. There's some things that I'm going to tweak just a little bit, but as you can also see, we have some of the infrastructure in place. I don't have really much of actual tree housey parts made yet, but you get an idea of what's going on. And apparently I need to light it better, because I got a bunch of nerds deciding they want to come in here. I don't need a carrot right now. But so we have our wonderful birch infrastructure, which has all of the pathways and platforms. And what we're probably going to do is add some oaken structures. And you can kind of see the weave pattern in the beams here, but we're going to put like an oak house and some other kind of rooms on here. And then we got our platforms, which are secured to some of our branches here. And you got our beams and things. And we go up and around, and it goes all the way up to the top of the tree. And I'd like to make the sea lanterns look a little bit more like fruit hanging, but I got to go back and check and see if I can make some more because I'm kind of running low. But thankfully, we built this place on top of the Guardian Farm, so all the time that we've spent making all these stupid platforms, which the lower platform here, and then at the apex, our rooftop garden with viewing ports, which I'm going to turn into a bar. But look, I can see my house from here. Yay! You can see that shipwreck over there and all the jungle and things. You can kind of see the jungle that wants to load over there. But alright, so I'm going to go and harvest a metric butt ton of oak so that I can start building some things. Because we're also going to end up making a greenhouse up here, mainly so that I can have a tree house in my tree house, which I guess I could go ahead and show you this other stuff, because this is basically going to be an Inception tree house. Because obviously there's the tree house, and then there's going to be the tree house. But then, ooh, that's close. Whee! There's also a tree that lives in here because it's his house. And then also, it's tree house that he's watching on TV. So we have a tree house watching tree house in a tree house that has a tree house. So if I don't win this competition, they can all suck my butt sideways, because god damn, that's a lot of tree house shit. So, all right, let me go harvest oak, and I'll be back in just a bit. Okay, so as you can see, we've got a little bit more construction done. We got a little house on the platform, and going around trying to cover up a lot of the sea lanterns, even though I wanted them to kind of look like berries. I also want to kind of shroud them in leaves just a little bit, hopefully look more like a actual tree. Oh, I gotta remove that dirt too, but it's coming along. I'll hop out of this real quick. So I added a little remote feature. So now our tree guy watching Treehouse in his treehouse has a remote. And we've added a whole bunch of leaves. Actually, I'm going to put some right there just to try to... There we go. Well, yeah, I can't do it there because it's on a half slab, and that kind of annoys me. But yeah, well, that's my own dang fault. Can't believe I just used the word dang. Wow. Alright, so I need to remove those. I need to find... Oh, god damn it. I got to get up there and put leaves on all those. Plus, I got to close the section off where it leads into the interior of the tree that I'm not using. But you know what? Part of that's going to be wood. I just don't want to deal with it. And so we're just going to... ooh, snap. Yeah, that wasn't great, but, you know, what can you do? All right. Since apparently I'm real bad at this, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here and then fill in some of these gaps, put some leaves around a lot of these places, and we'll take another look then. All right. Well, I'll see you guys later. All right. So over my shoulder, you see... Ooh, other shoulder. I can't make that one wiggle. Anyways. There. Now over that shoulder, you can see the finished treehouse. It came out pretty nicely, I think. Did get a little bit more smoothing with the leaves and things over the edges of the trees and the sea lanterns that are in the tree's berries. So it looks a little bit more like a tree, hopefully. I may still flesh out some of the top leaf cap just because there's a couple places where it looks a little asymmetrical, we'll say. But let's go on and hop over and take a little bit of a closer look. But to do that, we're going to take the shortcut, and I don't have my armor on, so let's hope I make it. Woohoo! Oh, goodness. All right. So we'll go into the new tunnel, which I think you already saw a little bit of, but it's still relatively new. And we'll go through the water And it all looks so cool. And now I have a hand again. And Tunnel Chicken is there. And we'll go right through the heart. Alright, so you can kind of see where all of the birch landings ended up. Most of them were still about where they were from the first couple of places, but I think they got cleaned up just a little bit. See if I can pull this off. Yeah. Alright. So right here, again, is our entrance into the TV room with our wonderful tree guy. And I think we covered all this before, but we just cleaned up the bottom and things. And I did add some lighting around the edges that may not have been in the last little bit. And you can see all the leaf work to where things look a little bit more like a natural tree, I hope. And then our lovely little shack. Our luxurious red velvet couches and nice little attic space up here. And then we have the other portion of the living area on here where we can take a nap or just go and mind our greenhouse, which is growing trees, because, you know, the whole Inception thing. I think the biggest changes probably came to the rooftop bar and the outdoor seating of the rooftop bar, which is just outside and down around the platform, because you can go to the bar, get your drink, and then come over to the side here and just chill and sip and watch the sunset and all that fun stuff. Because we got a little bit of seating out here, a little bit of observation deck, so you can come out and look over where everything is. But then it's time for the disco rave tech. Yeah, because everywhere I step, it sparkles. Sparkle steps. Oops, somebody left the bar open. Come over here, pull some drafts. And look, you can see my house from there. It's so cute. You can almost see the other park way out there too. But, oops. Can always pop a record in the jukebox. I don't remember which one my favorite is, but we'll listen to this one real quick. Oh, that's creepy. That's awesome. Alright, so while the creepy music plays, we'll walk around a little bit and just show you anything we may have missed. And if you look over that direction, just past where I can't draw stuff is where Soup Shoes, he's got his main tree house and then his slight little village offset, which both of those are cool. We'll go visit them in a little bit here, but I hope everybody liked the treehouse. It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of work too, but it was a lot of fun to build. Hopefully next time I'm going to get to go around and we're going to get to check out everybody else's tree houses, because some of them are really neat, and I'd like to explore them all in a little bit more detail than I did already, because I've only had a cursory glance. But I'll take you guys along and we'll see if we can't find any hidden gems inside, and then we can decide who we think may have won the contest. Hopefully in the near future, I'll be building the Hall of Fame right around Spawn, so we can kind of get a look at everybody who's won a challenge so far, who's won the events and things like that, and you'll get to see everybody's banners that kind of mark off their homestead. So hope you guys stick around. As always, it's been Uncle Trailer Park saying, see you around the park.